Hey guys, it's San and welcome back to the BulbaSquad. So today we're going to be talking about a not so exciting topic because it's just negative. I don't like being negative, but someone has to not lie to you, okay? Someone has to just be very blunt, just have a good conversation. We can look at all the variables. And before I get deep into it, because you're definitely going to think this, I am bullish on modern, or not on modern, on Pokemon as a whole. Don't think that what I'm going to say means I don't believe in it, period. It means I'm just adapting to what I'm seeing and going to keep playing around with it. So, as of right now, the way it looks like, we're heading towards a period after everything settles down, whether it be a crash, because it could very well be a hard crash, or whether it's just like floating to the ground, because we're going to calm down finally. I think after that, we're going to come into a period of time where we're going to have lackluster returns, subpar returns. That's just what I'm seeing, because combined with these inflated prices, the increased slabs coming back from PSA. If you guys don't know about that, go look at Retro Hoop Collectibles, I believe is what he was called. If not, I'll put his name on screen to make sure it's correct. He's showing all the PSA returns, so you'll be able to see the actual waves coming back. But we have that combined with the general down. There's been a decline of the interest in Pokemon. Don't believe me? Go look at the views of all the channels. Go look at the amount of content a bunch of channels are putting out. Even myself, it's getting harder to cover things because there's not as much stuff going on anymore. Less events going on equals less interest. People are not causing events to happen anymore. You don't believe me? Go look at Leonhardt's channel even. You can track like the overall size of the hobby and how many people are like really normies are interested through his channel. Even then, go and see break channels. There's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that right now the overall interest is on the decline, even if we can't see it at face value sometimes. But right now, it just seems like we're heading towards that direction. There's nothing wrong with that. However, there is something that is unfortunate. There are some people out there, maybe even some of you, who are in a situation where you either overextended yourself with money, maybe you went into credit card debt, others who maybe just put too much money into it, you want to pull it out now, who are faced with a very tough choice. Do I sell right now and maybe I don't get the maximum money, which don't worry, even I'm selling. There's just some stuff I want to get rid of because I've made gains I'm happy with, but in other situations I know some people haven't. Do I buy into the market because of buy the dip mentality? Or do I do nothing because I don't know what's going to happen? So to the people who are in that situation, I want to talk to them specifically, just for a moment. There is no right answer that anyone can tell you, honestly. A lot of people are going to tell you, you shouldn't sell. You should never take a loss. It's just bad. But the truth is, if you know of something out there, a good investment, whether this be in the stock market, maybe even if you're a big player and able to go into real estate or anything like that you see and you believe it has a chance of making better returns that are going to offset the losses you take, or maybe you can do with the gains, because some of you definitely have made money. Go for it. If you believe it'll be better, based off of your own research, your own knowledge, your own choice and free will, go for it. No one can tell you otherwise. And if you're going to take a loss, I'm here to tell you it's okay. It's okay. I know I've said it a few times before, but it's genuinely okay to take a loss. It happens. Just the only thing that is not okay about taking a loss is not taking a lesson away from it, because then you've truly lost. Now, back to the topic at hand. Some of you are going to argue that there are chances for there to hype to keep going, but that's the thing. We're trying to keep the hype going, but that's a temporary thing. What's the next best thing that happens? Okay. We get Brilliant Stars, I think it's like V-Star or something. It's the next set that's coming out next year. It has the Arceus V-Star and the Charizard V-Star. People argue maybe that'll bring back the hype. But the last thing that did that was Shining Fates. Or not Shining Fates, Hidden Fates. I don't think V-Star is going to compare to Hidden Fates or be on that level. I don't think it's going to be on the level of Pokemon Go, which sparked that one. Some people have been throwing to me that Arceus is going to be enough to kickstart everything or keep it going. Well, here's the thing. The reason Pokemon Go did what it did is because it transcended the cultural boundary. it transcended from the point of just, oh, I grew up as a kid, neat, to, oh, I want to play this, like it's cool, like I'm a kid, I'm getting to go outside. It grabbed multiple. There was a wider group of demand it grabbed. It shifted the demand curve entirely because they targeted and hit a new demographic. Arceus. It would have to be such a different Pokemon game, which as of right now, it looks like it might be, that it is going to expand the demographic and hit new groups of people. If that happens, and it brings them in, good. But then here's the thing. What percentage of those are actually going to go to trading cards? Like, ask yourself that. A collector is not made, they are born. You'd want to collect from the beginning. Whether it be coins, stamps, some people collect rocks. Some people like to collect, like, really strange looking strings from different things. I don't know what you collect, funfetti, but people collect the weirdest things. Like, even before I joined this, I collected figures. So what percentage of those people are actually going to transcend into this, or convert into Pokemon? 1%? 2%? Maybe 5% if we're being really generous. It's not going to be enough to keep it going. And that's what I really want to bring to people's attention. We need not delude ourselves into thinking that this is going to go on forever. It doesn't have to. It's okay for stuff to calm down. Just play around with the knowledge that this is going to stop eventually. It's going to end. The hype's going to end. And we're going to possibly, which I believe it's very likely, we're going to have subpar returns. How do I prepare for that? Either you decide to sell and see what happens, or you just hold out. Personally, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm having an auction block. That's one thing I'm doing. I don't know if this video comes out after or before, but I'm having an auction block, and I'm going to reduce my exposure on some things. But other than that, I'm not going to be buying anything else. Not for a while. Maybe a few things I want to collect. Because that's the thing. Right now, we talk about this like it's a doomsday thing. Yes, a doomsday thing if you're an investor. But if you're like Sarah, my editor, it's great. You can collect what you want. Just collect what you want. That's it. Like, if you've been wanting ponchos, the time is coming soon. Go collect them. It'll be fun. Just let it go back to a hobby. And then once enough time has passed, once things have changed enough, we have enough data, you can go back to try and make it financially driven. Just right now, I don't think it's the wisest move to do all that much. So maybe in a year, 2 years, I'm going to go ahead and buy like heavily again and start doing stuff. Maybe whenever things go out of print, like, who knows, I might buy Sword and Shield base when it goes out of rotation. Because I don't know what's going to happen still. It's $250. I would expect the Pokemon Company to reprint it, but they do have a number of sets on their hands. It's possible they let that first year of Sword and Shield just ride off into the sunset. That's entirely plausible, and I wouldn't blame them if they did that. But we do have one more year before that happens. Maybe even more if they decide to just pull another fast one on us. So I'm not going to be too active. That's not to say, though, that I don't believe in Pokemon. I do. That's why I'm not selling everything. I think we'll be fine in the long term. Because now, I'm going to bring up the bright side. Pokemon caused all of the catalysts, except 2020 pandemic. Pokemon Go. Pokemon created it. 2019, Hidden Fates. Pokemon created it. Those are the two big ones. And who's to say they won't do it again? Like Swami, he's brought it up a few times. If they did VR, that could probably be a catalyst. Like I just said, if they make something that transcends the cultural boundary and hits a new demographic, boom, that's a new catalyst. I believe they can do it. Last year shows that they do understand people, which means they can probably do it again. That's why I'm not getting rid of everything. Just right now, I think the opportunity cost is going to be too high. And now, because I know some of you are going to call me hypocritical, and I wanted to address this. I am not going to stop making content covering sets. I'm not going to stop making spider systems. I know I've taken a break on them, but I'm letting things age so I can start covering them later. I'm not going to be stop doing Is It Worth It? It's different things like this. Like this channel as it is isn't going to change. Because at the end of the day, someone out there is going to keep buying stuff, keep looking to invest. even when I believe it's not the best time. Whether because they believe there's an opportunity or they see an opportunity that I don't see. Because that's the thing. I always account for the fact that there's someone out there better than me. Someone out there who sees stuff. That's why for booster boxes, Japanese booster boxes, I say these prices that don't quite make sense to you guys because I account for people who are better than me. So I know there's going to be people out there. And I know there's going to be people who keep trying to play in it. So I'm going to stick around. And I'm going to keep working on it. Because, one, it's fun to me. Two, I know some people just need a little bit of guidance. Just even what little assistance I offer in this space, that's worth it. I'm okay with what little I do. And I'm happy that I do help people. So, I just wanted to throw that in at the ending. Because I didn't want people to think I'm going to stop. And I want to explain why it is going to seem like hypocritical. But at the end of the day, I do this because I want to help you guys. That's the reason. Like, down to the foundation. That is the reason this was born. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to support the channel, just whatever you can on the Patreon. And I did want to ask you guys one question. What do you guys think is going to happen? Are we going to head into the subpar period? If so, what are you going to do? And if we're not, what's your plan there? Either way, thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.